Hey everybody, this is Mike with the One Stop Co-op Shop, and today I'm playing the solo mode in Kapow from Wise Wizards. And disclaimer that they did send me a review copy of this one. This is a 1v1, or if you have both sets, 2v2 fighting game, and you can play it solo 1v1 or co-op 2v2. And I'll be doing a full solo playthrough, and I might have a separate review video down the line, depending on how much more I play this one. And if you like the content of the One Stop Co-op Shop, consider supporting us through Patreon to get early access to our videos and exclusive videos every month. You can also check out our separate streaming channel with even more content, listen to our podcast with 1 to 2 episodes per week, or join the conversation on our Discord. So Kapow is a dice-based battling game where you're going to be building up your pool of dice, so you'll be adding more and more of these trait dice. And then additionally, you have these action dice that have blank faces that you can attach these different faces to. So you can get more of these action dice and also add more faces to them. But the basic idea of the game is each round, the players will simultaneously, if you're playing competitive, roll all their dice. And then they'll place them on these different spots, many of which say any die can be placed there, some of which specifically require action dice when they have a little square icon like that. Sometimes you need to have faces that equal each other or other things. And you just basically assign things out however you want. You do have some mitigation and re-rolling with the time jump ability here. You can put a die there to re-roll something else. And in the competitive game, once you've placed all your dice, you and your opponent both reveal everything. You take turns attacking each other, the other player defending with whatever they put in the defense. So these are attacks, these are defense. And then you have the power-up phase where you mostly gain more faces for your dice and more dice in general over here. Now, additionally, you have unique characters. I'm playing as Mindset, and they'll give you a different assortment of dice to start the game, and also unique abilities that kind of change up the play from game to game. And I know it looks like a lot of things, but all of these are attacks, all of these are defense. This is just re-rolling and healing. All of these are getting you dice and faces. The only kind of different abilities are these, which are generally getting you more faces and dice, or changing things out, or punishing your opponent for getting a lot of dice and faces. And like I said, each character's unique abilities. Now, the solo mode for this one is pretty slick. You roll all the opponent's dice after you roll yours, so it's a little different than in the multiplayer. And then basically you're going down. This is a unique thing for each character. It's kind of like one of my favorite games, Bullet, where each of the characters you can play as has a solo version on the back. And you're going down these rows, spot by spot, and putting as many dice in them as you can if it matches whatever the requirement is. So you'll be using dice as you go along. Some things you'll skip because they don't apply until eventually you've used all the dice. Any dice that are remaining will have these weaker abilities down here. And this will trigger the AI gaining new dice, attacking you, defending, all the same stuff you might do. And again, it is unique based on the different characters, although there are some similarities. A lot of these things are pretty similar. It's more in the top and middle effects that you get some unique things for the characters. And that's basically it. You go until one of you has 0 life, just like in most fighting games. Today I'm fighting Tough Nut. He has consistent defense. He can get really big attack and defense. And whenever I hurt him a lot, he actually levels up a little bit and he starts with a ton of life. And my character is Mindset. She can do cool things with blank dice. And her big thing is that she can attack twice per round. Basically, you have what are called base attacks and base defense, and usually you can only have one of those around. Well, sorry, I should say one base attack and one base defense, separate things. And then you have these kickers that can boost your attack or defense, and these multipliers that can multiply your attack or defense. So for her, though, she can have 2 different base attacks, and her kickers and multipliers apply to all of them. So if I can get my stuff working for me, I can really crush some people, but we'll see how it goes. And by the way, my starting dice are red, which tends to be for attack. Green and purple tend to be for defense. Blue tends to be for leveling up your dice and stuff. And right now, my only action die has 2 yellow faces, which is the last die type, also used for attacking. So I'm somewhat balanced. And let's see what we get. All right, decent roll here. Now, it's first round, so I might want to think about getting some more dice or some more actions. Action dice especially seem pretty good for her since she likes having blank. So if I get a bunch of action dice and don't put faces on them, then I'll be able to use my Psionic Assault or Force Shield more commonly. And the Lightning Bolt, by the way, is a wild. So I could do Power On, which needs a blue and a green. That will get me a new action die and a single non-wild face of my choice to put on any of my action dice. And then, it seems to make sense to use Telekinetic Blast whenever I can. For just 2 dice, that gives me a 3 base attack and a 2 base defense. Normally, for that much, I need a red in any die and a purple in any die. So that's kind of getting me 4 dice for the price of 2. And then for my red, let's go and do an attack kicker. So I'll be hitting them for 5, 2 defense, and gaining a new action die and a non-wild face. So this would be simultaneous and competitive, but because we're doing solo, I am now going to roll for the AI and assign their dice. All right, so Tough Nut has the Stalwart ability, which means that he always has 1 defense, and the AI doesn't worry about like kickers and all those kind of things. They just have the total of their defense and attack. And then with his Take It ability, anytime he takes 3 or more damage during the attack and defense phases, he gets a free non-wild face. So he kind of levels up from getting hurt. So let's see what he gets. And oh my god, that is every blank in the world. It's going to be kind of bad for me because he's got an ability, if he has a lot of blanks left at the end, where he punishes me for getting dice and faces. But the good thing is I should be hitting him pretty hard. So first thing says blank die only. And you place it here if he has a blank action die besides the die being placed. And then he gets to put a purple face on the blank action die and re-roll it. And the AI always prefers to use non-action dice if they can and non-wilds if they can. And let's see. I know one of these already has a wild face on it, so I get to pick which one he's going to reroll. He'll reroll this one. And still a blank, okay. Then this is 3 of a kind non-blanks. Clearly they don't have that. 2 non-blank action dice. Clearly they don't have that. These are all non-blanks as well. Now here we get to 2 blank dice. This says, after power-up, the player loses 3 health per die and 1 health per face they gain during power-up. So me gaining an action die with 1 face, I'm going to take 4 damage from that. Bummer. And then finally get down here, any blanks they have are just going to get them non-wild faces. And then the 1 purple is going to get them a defense and a non-wild face. So they'll have 2 defense overall, no attack, although again, they're getting like 4 free damage on me that bypasses my defense. And they're getting 1, 2 non-wild faces overall. So I'm the first player to start the game, and first I'll resolve my attack, which is currently 3 base attack plus 2, 5. And they had, as I said, his 1 defense plus 1 from the purple here, so that brings them down to 27. And unfortunately, that does trigger their Take It, so they're going to get another non-wild face for their action dice. Okay, then they get to attack back. They did not attack at all. I had 2 defense, but it didn't matter. And then whoever had the higher defense becomes the new first player. In this case, we both had 2, so if it's a tie, the other player gets it. So they'll be first player next round. That means they get to do their power-up stuff first, and it also means that they get to attack first in the next round. All right, so power-up, like I said, they're getting 1 face from Take It, 1 face from the purple, and 1 face from the blank here. And you can just use a die. I put each face on there, so they'll get a yellow face, another yellow face, and another yellow face. What is going on? This can roll. Okay, so it can roll things besides yellows. I just happened to roll 3 in a row. And the player gets to distribute these among the AI's action dice as they like. The only key rule is they do have to put wilds before they put other things, so they can't like leave stuff off. I'm just going to put all of them on the die with the wild, so that hopefully I won't get as many blanks in the future. Although that's right, I can like hit them with one of my powers with blanks, so maybe I should be doing that. Okay, now it's my power up. I'm gaining an action dice and a non-wild face. I'm taking 4 damage for my trouble that bypasses my defense. So ouch, they're at 27, I'm at 19. That's not a great start. But yeah, getting an action die and a non-wild face. Let's put another yellow on here, get some more consistency with yellow, I think. And that's the end of the round. We roll again and keep on going. All right, so round 2, that is a lot of blankage, which might be good for my psionic assault, and some decent results here. I'm a little bit scared to level up again, although they are less likely to get as many blanks as they did last time. That was pretty unusual. So by the way, psionic assault, 2 blanks. Attack kicker equal to the total number of blanks showing on your dice and your opponent's dice. So that's already a 2 attack kicker, but if they roll really badly, they might be like a 4 or a 5 attack kicker. But unfortunately, I can't use telekinetic blast this time. I didn't get any yellows. I probably need to get an actual yellow die. Oh gosh, I need a yellow to gain a trait die? Darn it. I could put any die here to reroll this one. I've got a 50-50 shot of it changing into a yellow. Yeah, let's go ahead and try that. We won't do Psionic Assault this time. All right, there we go. So now we got yellow and blue. That'll give me a trait die, so I can actually get like a yellow die that'll roll it more consistently. As for the rest of these, they might actually attack this time, although I don't really have too many attacking dice yet. Wait, I could just do flip. That's a base defense of 3, and I'll gain a non-wild face. And that's during the defend phase, not the power-up phase. So even if they do their little annoying thing, I won't get punished for it. What do I do with my red? I don't want to get a single base attack. That's a waste. They have an automatic defense every round. I could gain a red face because it matches whatever die I put here, or to say non-wild face of my choice. Yeah, okay. I guess we'll do that. Or maybe I should do face-off. That's what they did to me. They will lose 1 health for each face they gain during power-up. Last time it was 3. That might do a decent amount of damage. And then I could block instead of flipping, because that's any die. It would be one less defense, but all the rest would be the same. Yeah, I kind of like that. Let's see if we can punish them the way they punished us. All right, and here we go. Okay, good. Not a ton of blanks this time, although that means they'll actually do useful stuff. Okay, so honest pay they're not going to do because they need to have at least 2 blanks. 3 of a kind they certainly don't have. 2 non-blank action dice. Luckily they don't have, because that's a really powerful one for attack and defense, but they only have 1 non-blank action die. Okay, now they need 2 pairs. They don't have that either. 2 blanks, they don't have that. Wow, so we're really just going straight to down here. That's going to be 2 attack. 1 attack and they'll gain a non-wild face. The blue's going to get them a trait to die. That's not great. Defense and a non-wild face. And another non-wild face. Boom, 1, 2, 3 faces. So I will hit them for 3 damage with the face-off. I'm happy with how that worked out. Although they are getting a lot more faces and another die, so they're certainly accelerating quite a bit. All right, and they were first with their attack. They got 2 and 1, so that's 3. And I had only 2 defense, so I am taking a damage. But I'm also gaining a non-wild face. I'm about to get a yellow die, but what the hey. Let's try to lock down this one being more consistent. And then I have no attack against them. And they've got 1, 2 defense, so who cares? We tie for defense again, which means I get first player. So I do power up first, and I'm getting a trait die, which will definitely be a yellow, so I can use telekinetic blast. I'll try to get like maybe another purple next. I want to use that every turn if I can. Okay, and then their power up, they're getting a random trait die, which is a red. And then 3 non-wild faces. Red, green, and green. But they are taking 3 damage from that, thanks to the little power I used. And what the hey, let's go ahead and fill up this action die first. So they'll still have a pretty low chance of getting anything on this second one. All right, I'm still down by 6 life. We'll see how things go. Maybe I should have gotten a blue die just to level up more. Well, let's see what happens. Oh my gosh, 2 blanks on the action dice. Oh my god, and a blank on the purple. That was interesting. Yes, it means I can't even do telekinetic blast, can I? All right, let's use one of the blanks to time jump, reroll the telekinetic blast. There we go. Or sorry, the purple, to get telekinetic blast. Now, should I just hit them like really hard, maybe? They still don't have a purple die themselves, which means they don't have too many options to block with. So let's see, like if I did zap for a second basic attack, so that's 3, and then I could do slug, any die in my wild as a yellow. That would be 3, 6, 3, 6. Now, their defense will apply to both, and they always have at least 1 defense. So probably not a lot of damage will get through, but I might get like a good, 6 damage through, maybe 8 damage through if I'm lucky. And I've got 2 defense myself, but I'm not leveling up at all. That's the thing I worry about. Sorry, I was a bit out of frame there. If I'm really going to do like huge damage, I really need the multipliers here, which is a lot of reds and yellows. I'm not really there yet. But I can't do grow, and I don't really want to do power on. All right, well, we'll just try this out and see what happens. So I'm hoping that their defense is kind of anemic. We'll see how it goes. Huh, okay. Actually, looks like they got a decent mix of things. All right, so blank only. Nope, they don't have any blanks. 3 of a kind, non-blank. They do have a wild, but no doubles. Wall breaker, 2 non-blank action dice. Yep, okay. So that's going to be a 4 attack and a 4 defense. They have 5 defense already. Wow. Yeah, I guess I should have realized with their 2 action dice, they're going to commonly get that off. Darn it. Okay, now they want pairs. They don't have them, so this is just... Oh, they're going to hit me hard and take like no damage. That was a terrible round, Mike. Should have done what I thought and powered up. All right, so my attacks go off first. 3 and a 3, both boosted to 6. Their defense is 1, 5, 6 from the green, so 0 damage. Jeez. And then their attack on me, 4, 5, 6, 7. What did I block? 2? All right, well, everybody watch Mike die horribly here. And clearly, they're becoming first player because they blocked way more than I did. How much have they leveled up? They got a trait die, 2 non-wild faces. Come on now, people. Trait die is a blue, non-wild purple, and blue again. All right. And yeah, I mean, they are going to hit me with that wall breaker a lot now. They have 2 action dice that'll almost never miss. Meanwhile, I power up 0. That's not not how you want to win the game, people. All right, not sure how to bounce back from this, but let's try something out. Okay, I think I need to defend and try to level up as much as I can. I think it was already a blank. So, okay, I definitely want to get another trait die. Hey, during defense, yeah, let's do a wild and a blank. Oh, I don't have to use my action die. That will get me 5 base defense and a wild face for my action dice. That's lovely. I might want more defense than that. I guess I can do deflect to get +1 defense and a non-wild face. And then, oh, here we go. 2 blanks, because it's 2 equal dice, and those are both equal, will get me 3 non-wild faces to kick this action die up a notch. So hopefully I block most of their attacks, and I get to level up some. Let's see how it goes. All right, and then for them, of course, they get a lot of blanks the turn that I'm getting a lot of stuff. They're probably going to hit me with one-liner again. All right, so they do have a blank action die to reroll. They're going to add a purple to it first. I kind of hope they don't roll the blank because I don't want double. Oh, my gosh. Okay. Okay. So, all right, so 3 non-blank dice. Oh, they do have 3 of a kind with the wild. That'll give them 6 defense. Love that they're wasting defense and an action die. Don't love that. 2 non-blank action die. No. Okay. 2 blank dice. Yeah, so they're going to kill me for leveling up. I did not think they would get so many blanks. And then they're going to get another trait die because they rolled a blue. Yeah. This is not good, everybody. All right, so they are first. They've got 0 attack. I blocked my life off. They got 0. But I do get a wild face and a non-wild face of my choice. I'm going to get a purple, and I'll put them both on this blank die here. Okay, and then I attack for nothing. And whose defense is higher? We both have 6, so the first player is going back to me. So in power up, I'm getting a trait die and 3 non-wild faces, which is going to be 6 damage from that dumb ability they triggered. You get another red die and some yellow and red faces, and we'll see how that takes care of us. And for their powering up, they get an action die from the 3 greens and a trait die. Trait die is going to be a yellow. This is going to be a blank action die. Yes. Let's see what we can make happen. So 7 life to 24. That's something. But hey, I got a decent amount of wilds. That's cool. Let's do like my blank wild thing again, right? For really high defense. Although I guess then I don't need telekinetic blast. Maybe instead I do telekinetic blast to get some attack going. And then, let's see, 2 equal non-action. Okay, I can do like this and that to do a 4 base attack. And then this and this for a +3 kicker again. I mean, I might just block it all again, but I gotta try, right? I could do adapt, which means that if they have more dice than me, they have to choose a die for me to gain. They have 9 dice and I have 8, so that would get me a die, and it's after power up. Yeah, I mean, I could block more, but I'm only blocking 2. They might really kill me here. Yeah, well, let's try it. All right, I'd say go gentle on me, but they have so many dice, I don't really know what gentle would look like. Well, it's every single blank ever. That's kind of cool. Also a lot of wilds. All right, so they'll do a blank to reroll a blank action die after adding a purple to it. Still blank. Okay, 3 non-blank dice. They want to use fewer wilds if they can. Oh, yeah. So they want to use the fewest wilds and the fewest action dice. So they could do 3 reds, but that would need to use an action die and 2 wilds. I don't think they want to do that. So 2 blues and a wild. That's using 2 things instead of 3. I think that's how it works. I don't know. It's not quite as clear as it could be, at least to me. Okay, and then 2 non-blank action dice. Good, that just went away. But they do have a double red here is the best they can do. They do have 2 blanks here, and then that. So it doesn't look too bad. I think they're going to level up a lot, but actually not murder me. So I'm first. I've got a 7 attack and a 6 attack. And geez, what do they actually block? Oh no, they're hitting me for 6 with that. Okay. But they didn't block at all besides that. Awesome. So 7 minus 1 is 6, and 6 minus 1 is 5. So that's 11 damage. Come down to 13. That's something. Okay, then they're hitting back for just 6. But I only blocked for 2, so I'm down to 3. But I actually stay first player because I blocked 2 and they only blocked 1. That's good. I mean, if I can like somehow put together some giant attack on this turn and kill them before they clearly kill me, that'd be great. All right, and then power up. So they're getting a trait die, an action die, a wild face, and another non-wild face. So trait die is a blue, and the non-wild face is also a blue. They get a blank action die. And we can't forget the wild face. Oh my gosh. These dice are full. All right, so I guess we're going to put on this new die. Okay, and after power up, they have to choose to give me an action die or a trait die. And I said to roll this to determine. I don't really know how to figure out if they give me an action die. I guess if it's a wild, they'll give me an action die, even though it's probably what they would want to give me. So they give me a green die. That's cool. More defense. All right. So yeah, like I said, I'm not sure if I'm long for this world. Let's see. That is not the many attack symbols I hope to see. I see a ton of greens. Great. All right, so could actually like almost do a defense multiplier. I guess maybe I could like try to survive this turn instead of fighting. Let's see. I can use a blank to reroll this and try to get a purple, or not. Okay, I can use this other blank to try to get a purple. There we go. So I can do zip around. So it's going to add a kicker and then multiply my total defense after adding by 2. But I still need to actually defend, which I can't do very well. I don't have force shield, and I don't really have... Oh, a die that's equal to a non-blank action die. That's a yellow. None of these are yellow dice. Well, that multiplier might not be doing much for me. And I can't even get that, can I? Okay. Forget the multiplier. Oh, but I already wasted all those dice re-rolling. Oh, well. We can do speed pass. That's a +5 kicker. Equals a regular die. And then I need a pair of dice. Hey, blues. Get me some defense. And then, all right, I can do telekinetic blast. Maybe I'll get a hit in on him. That gives me 7 defense. That seems reasonably something. And then adapt to have them give me another die. I don't know. I think the keyword here is die. I don't think 7 defense is going to be enough, but let's see what they do. I mean, they do have a ton of blue, so they might just level up a lot. Oh, or they can just get more blanks. Stop getting so many blanks. Or keep getting so many blanks. What am I complaining for? All right. So, blank die only. Oh, wait a second. I hit them a lot last turn. They should have a non-wild face. Forgot their take it. No, that's a wild. They got a purple. Let's add that to one of these and re-roll it. Ah, there we go. Now they got another something. So blank die only to reroll a different blank die. Well, this one has more stuff on it, so I get to choose. And it stays blank. Okay. Now, 3 of a kind. They can get 3 of a kind red, or, oh, God. 3 of a kind red is 10 attack. That's already it, right? I'm already dead? I believe. Yeah, how much defense did I have? I had 7 defense. I only have 3 life. Yes. Okay, I'm dead, but let's see what else they would do. 2 non-blank action dice. No. 2 equal things. They would do 2 blue to get an action die with a wild face. That's pretty nice. No other pairs. They don't have 2 blank dice. So then we've gotten more defense, even more attack, even more defense, and another face. But yeah, we don't need to play this out. They have definitely murdered me. I got them a little bit lower, but yeah, just some bad luck with like one-liner. Not every AI has this ability, but when they do, it like really scares me out of leveling up as much as I like to. And they level up very quickly. I mean, you can see if they get lucky enough to roll blues, they just kind of blast through getting more trait dice. So them getting all these blues. Well, I mean, it is a luck-based game, especially for the AI. So that's it. By the way, I hope this was useful for people to see how the solo mode plays out. And again, you could do 2v2 co-op, but you have to buy both sets of the game. In any case, thanks for watching, everybody. Good gaming, and we'll see you at the next stop.